Happy Thursday morning, girls. Today is lesson 2 in our language arts, and we are learning about introductory words. Does anyone know what the word introductory means? It means pretty much the same as introduce. So our introductory words are words that we use to introduce a sentence we're saying. So we're learning about 4 words in our lesson today that we can use as introductory words. And does anyone remember what is a word that comes at the beginning of our sentence that shows strong or sudden feeling? Does anyone remember what that's called? What part of speech is that? It's an interjection, right? So these introductory words are a form of an interjection, okay? So let's start reading at the top of page 5 in our teaching box. It says interjections like yes, no, well, and why are often used to introduce sentences. Introductory words that do not show strong feeling are followed by a comma, right? Not a exclamation mark. So they have the sentences, yes, we will be raising corn to sell at the market, and no, the tomatoes didn't freeze last night. Well, I think I'll have the information that I need for my report. And the last one is, why, I think your story is very good. Jumping to the second paragraph, it says, when well and why function as adverbs, they are not interjections. Okay, do you guys catch that? When they function as adverbs, they are not interjections when they come at the beginning of our sentence. They do not need commas then. When you speak, you can hear almost a natural pause where the comma belongs after an introductory word. Adverbs do not have a pause after them. Okay, and if we look at the section under adverbs, no comma. Well done, Troy, Dad said. Notice there's no pause after the well. We just read it because it's how it was done well. That would be an adverb describing done. Why do I have to wash the dishes? Do you guys ever ask that question? Probably. But we notice that we do not pause after why, and so it is used as an adverb, so therefore we need no comma. The next part under interjections, where they're followed by a comma, there's usually a natural pause when you're reading your sentence. So notice it says, well, I have over an hour to read my library book. There's kind of a pause there. You don't just run on reading. Well, I have over an hour to read my library book. The next one, it says, why, where have you boys been playing? So notice there's kind of a natural pause in that sentence where our comma goes. Like nouns of direct address, interjections are diagrammed separately from the rest of the sentence. They are diagrammed this way because they are grammatically disconnected from the rest of the sentence. Grammatically disconnected means the word has no function in the sentence. It stands alone, all right? So we set it apart, and with our diagramming, we put it right up here. Our noun of direct address goes, okay? So we're going to go over these sentences up here on the board with our introductory words, and I want you guys to tell me where the comma goes. So in the first one, it says, well said, Conrad. So would we put a comma here? Or is well being used as an adverb? Is it describing how it was said? It would be being used as an adverb, right? Because it's describing how it was said. And notice you don't really pause when you say it. Well said, Conrad. So there's no pause. Let's go to the next one. Well, we haven't heard yet. Where would you put a comma if you need one in there? Would we put it right there? Yeah, right? Because notice we kind of say, well, we haven't heard yet. There's kind of a pause in between there, so that's where our comma is going to go. And what about the last one? We say, why, there you are. So, do we need a comma here? Why, there you are. Is it being used as an adverb? Go ahead and look at it. We should put a comma right here because notice we do kind of have a little bit of a pause. We say, why, there you are, except it should be read with more expression than that. And then for our last sentence, we have, why are you here? So, would we need a comma after why here? Is it being used as an introductory word? Why are you here? Is there any kind of pause that we would read this with? Not really, no. So we would have no comma there. We'd have, why are you here? Okay? So that is your introductory words. So introductory words, they're a form of an interjection that are used to start some sentences. And ones that we are covering in this book are yes, no, well, and why. And there's some other ones in numbers 1 through 5. You guys are going to place commas where needed. And then 6 and 7, you guys are diagramming. And I'm going to ask you guys some questions, some reviewing questions here at the end of our video. What was that? Is that a cow? Do you guys hear that? I'm pretty sure I just heard a cow. What the world? Bet you there's a cow out there. I'm going to go look, see if I can find a cow. Sure enough, look at that. Some cows out here in the yard. What the world? It's crazy.